libraries often host things like supervised visitations, and there
Okay.
are also people with orders of protection, and so with a parent, a mother and child might have an order of protection against somebody. So we don't want to identify people in library visits in the children's department. There are other references to privacy in that, but it doesn't apply to this situation.
Right. The only thing I would say is this is a public library, publicly funded, public access. You have security cameras. Anybody at any time can do a FOIL request for your security camera footage. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another audit brought to you by WNY Audits. Today we are at the Southeast Corning Public Library, Southeast Steuben County Library in Corning, New York. We are here, as always, to exercise our First Amendment rights to film and take photographs in public and publicly accessible areas peacefully and respectfully, and to see if they respect our rights or if they try to infringe upon them. Library returns only. Service animals welcome. We've moved the United Way. This is in a complex where they hold several different buildings. Alright, looks like we got some possible free books as soon as you walk in. A public bulletin board. We are back in Steuben County, and they are always watching. Come over here. Originally chartered in 1921, rechartered in 1969. Looks like this building was chartered in 2000. Got some donors. How you doing? Well, obviously you got someone else in here taking pictures as well. Nice library setup. As always. A couple of computers where you can search for your books. Library workstations. Nice world map. Local history room. Kept locked for security reasons. No staff member. Nobody that's not a staff member is welcome in the room. Got all the maps over here. Geologic map of New York. Creation station. Got a bunch of sewing machines, computers, and a Cricut. A couple 3D printers, it looks like. It's nice that libraries are offering more and more to the public nowadays, especially with the evolution of technology. There's a piece of history right there. No greasy foods. Alright. Looks like you got a couple secluded study desks over here. There's Corning's first library. Corning City Hall. World War Memorial Library. Public Library in 1975. World War Memorial Building, Corning Public Library, 1930 to 1975. Staff only in that room. Really nice painting here on the wall. Alright, let's see if we can find 940. Let's see. So here's our history books. We're in the right spot. I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time. Take a quick look. Young adult section. Some DVD and Blu-rays, graphic novels. Some interesting study cubicles. Women authors. Got some character drawings here on the wall. Women authors of the 19th and 20th century, drawings by David Levine, a gift from Mason Jamie Houghton in 2017. Conference room. Says it's available. Locked. Some papers. Walked in, seen a guy with a camera taking pictures, so I highly doubt we're going to get any issues here, which is a good thing. We're not looking for issues. We're just out exercising our rights. Information board. Got an absolute ton of DVDs. Name tags here. Good morning, how are you?
Good.
Beautiful library you guys have set up. City sculptures, those are really cool. Donation box. We'll come back down, we'll hit the children's room before we leave. Oops, sorry.
You got it.
The restrooms over here. There is 2 floors to this. It's an emergency exit. Let's see if the community rooms are locked. The large one is anyways, we'll see about the small one. Yeah, that's locked too. Got some Lego kits built. Looks like they have a pretty decent sized kids section.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Auditing the library, the one thing you can take pictures of anything you want.
Okay.
But you can't take pictures of people in the children's department, not even far away. It's very important. It's part of our policy.
Okay.
But you can take pictures anywhere in the library except staff areas and the computer.
Okay, could I just get your name so I know who I spoke
Yes,
with?
I'm Brad Turner. I'm the assistant director.
You're
of
the assistant
library.
director?
Yeah.
Okay. I have no intentions of filming people.
That's fine.
But I mean, if I turn, you can't.
Well,
There's no expectation of privacy in a public place. I understand it's your policy, but like I said, I'm
Well,
not
actually-
intentionally trying to film people or anything like that.
Okay,
I'm
please be very careful.
Yeah, I'll
Because
try. But
if people come into that view, see, in libraries often host things like supervised visitations, and there are
Okay.
also people with orders of protection, and so with a parent, a mother and child might have an order of protection against somebody. So we don't want to identify people in library visits in the children's department.
right, and I mean, I can understand that. But if it was a high security issue like that, where you're really trying to protect their identity, there are community rooms that you could utilize. I mean, I'm like obviously aware of what I'm doing, and
I'm just saying what our policy is, and
I understand.
It would be violating a rule of library rule that we can enforce if you take pictures of parents and children in the children's department. You can do it with their permission.
okay.
You
And
can certainly
I mean,
do it.
honestly, like I said, I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
trying
okay.
to film
That's okay.
anybody.
Yeah, and
I don't need anybody's permission. They're in a public place. There's no expectation of privacy
for
in public
for adults, that's right. But
for anybody.
this-
I mean, if you go to Disneyland,
well,
do you need to get everybody's permission when you take a picture in Disneyland?
in-
I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm just trying to
libraries
show
are-
some
are
reason to you.
different. Libraries are different.
It's still a public place.
Well, I'm not an expert at the law, but I do
I'm
know.
not. I'm not either. I'm well aware of my rights.
Well,
and
anyway, you're welcome to take pictures here.
Okay.
Just please
I will do
be
my
aware
absolute
and
best.
respect the library rules, because that's the only rule we have is, try to stay away from taking pictures of anybody in the children's department, parents and children
Yeah, I'm just-
especially.
Like I
Very
said, I'm
good.
just walking around.
Very good.
What was your name? I'm sorry. One more time.
I'm Brad Turner.
Brad?
the
I'm
assistant
Thomas.
director. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Brad. Got a lot of kids' books. Come over here and get some of this artwork on the windows they have here. No, we're not trying to intentionally photograph anybody, but there is no expectation of privacy in public, whether or not it be a children's area or not. Nice little reading nook here. Loving memory of Mary Lou Walker. Mother Goose. Looks like they have laptops and headphones at the desk that can be signed out. Office in there. Obviously, people of importance to the library that have helped fund the library. Is there any chance I could talk to Brad one more time?
Oh, yeah. Let me see.
I walked around, I couldn't find him though.
Just saw him a minute ago. I'm sure.
Yeah, he was talking to me in the children's section because I was walking around getting some video of the artwork and stuff on the windows and that, so I just wanted to speak with him before I left.
Sure.
Are you looking for Brad?
Yes, ma'am.
Listen.
Can I speak with you over on one of the sides?
I'm sorry?
I was just wondering if I could speak with you over on one of the sides. Do you have a copy of the policy available by chance?
Of course.
Like just the section
I'll
on
give you our
photography?
whole. Well, it's our privacy. It's our patron policy, and
Okay.
I'll give you all the relevant sections.
Okay.
It'll take me a little while to, a few minutes if you just.
Okay,
wait
yeah,
here,
not a
I'll-
problem. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So we've got two of the main places. I'll
Okay.
give these to you. I can also print out the whole policy book for you.
Oh, that's
It's a
that's
big-
okay.
But
I
this is
know
our
it's a big-
patron service policy, and this is the relevant, especially relevant one.
Okay.
So privacy and confidentiality, we guarantee that to all of our patrons.
Okay.
And we have to do that by law, by the way.
Right, and I understand that.
And here's the other one.
Okay.
And this is the patron code of, this is a patron conduct policy.
Okay.
And the main one here, it doesn't specifically says, but if you read everything, you have to respect other people's privacy.
Right.
That's all that it basically says. And then other activities, this is somewhat relevant, which are inconsistent with activities such as reading, studying, use of library materials, and other similar contact, of things that, anything that's not normal use of the library as people expect it in
Okay.
general. And those are the gist of it.
Okay.
So I hope that helps you.
It does,
There might be other there are other references to privacy in that, but it doesn't apply to this situation.
Right. The only thing I would say is this is a public library, publicly funded, public access. You have security cameras. Anybody at any time can do a FOIL request for your security camera footage.
Sure they can, yeah.
So that kind of eliminates all access of
They
privacy.
can make a request, but we have policy, they can make a FOIL request for it. I'm not sure how we'd handle that right now.
Right, but just so you're
But you
aware,
can- you
I
can ask
understand
it. Yeah, you can
your,
sure.
your privacy's there, but any member of the public. It doesn't even have to be a resident of Corning or
Right.
anything.
However, there are no cameras that can see the children's department inside the children's department. You
Okay.
can see like that camera over there.
Yes.
It goes out here.
Okay.
And there's no cameras that can see any detail what's of the circulation desk.
Okay.
So we can't see what people are taking out.
Right, but you can still see who's coming and going.
Absolutely.
Is the point I'm
Yeah,
trying to get,
that's the
because
point.
one of the
All
points,
the entrances.
one of the points that you brought up is, you know, people are here under, you know,
Correct.
trying to keep them being here secretive or low.
Because of a court order or something
Right.
like that. Right.
And, you know, that kind of defeats that purpose, because you do have video surveillance. Obviously, not a lot of people request FOIL request
Yeah.
library footage, but I'm just making that known that there is no expectation of privacy in public. And even if I wanted to, and you said I couldn't record, I could just go do a FOIL request for the video camera footage. I'm not
Yeah, you
planning
can-
doing that.
You can do it if you want. I suspect that would not be granted, and you know, I suspect because that would be treated like a law enforcement request, and most likely it wouldn't be. You know, we'd have it reviewed by our attorney if we
Right.
ever got a FOIL request for.
Right, and there has to be certain guidelines
yeah,
in
yeah,
order for you to be able
yeah.
to deny the
But
request.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
We are a public place.
And I understand where you're coming from. You're trying to,
yeah.
you know, give people privacy and,
But
you know,
also,
respect
there's
people.
there's a whole section of library laws, and libraries, we have to guarantee patient privacy. And I mean, as
Yeah.
I said, I'm not an expert on New York State law, but that's from where our policies get derived.
Yeah, and I completely understand that. But how it goes is the Constitution, then state laws, and then policies and rules and regulations governed by, you know, counties, governments, all that stuff. So, I mean, people can sit there all day and be like, oh, I'm making it a rule you can't record in here. It can't violate state laws, or it can't go against the Constitution. And like I said, I'm not...
That's the way it's supposed to be, for
Right.
sure.
And I'm not here to give you a hard time.
Yeah.
I really appreciate
Yeah.
you being willing to sit down and talk with me. I thought it was really cool that you were walking around with a camera. I thought you were doing something similar to that I was doing. I was like, oh, maybe we won't have any issues
Yeah,
here.
I was working on a grant.
Okay. Very
Absolutely.
cool. Well, I hope you get it. Thank you so much for
Very
your time.
good. Take care.
And have a great
Be
day.
well.
Alrighty. Kind of hard to give everybody privacy when you're recorded going in and out.
I'm making some. Where were you gonna go? Just to Dollar General. That's literally right by.
Alrighty. We'll walk out here to the roadway here, and we'll do our little outro. Brad was nice. He was kind. Wasn't rude about it or anything, but, you know, we just had to let him know that there is no expectation of privacy in public. And, you know, if someone was trying to be facetious and try to figure out, you know, who's coming here under a court order for supervised visitation or something like that, I completely understand that. You have meeting rooms that you could utilize for that. Grab some stuff from the kids section, take it into a meeting room, and secure your privacy that way. But anybody can FOIL request the video camera footage of the building so they can see who's going in and out all day long. I mean, unless they have a valid reason, which it's a very thin margin that you have to fall in to where you are legally able to decline a FOIL request, there's no expectation of privacy in public. But this was the Corning Public Library in the Southeast Corning Library. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but I think they did really well. They were really helpful. Brad was a little misinformed, and hopefully this, I'm going to send him an email. Hopefully this opens his eyes a little bit on, you know, what we're able to do as the general public, as free press, and maybe they'll make some changes to their policies when they're having supervised visitations or they're trying to protect someone's identity here for a court order. But let me know how they did down below, guys. Don't forget, hit like, share, comment, subscribe. Helps this get this video out to more and more people. And they're our rights. We got to use them so we don't lose them. This is going to be WNY Audits signing off.